trying to find the missing side lengths of a right triangle. We can only use the Pythagorean theorem when we're talking about right triangles. No other types of triangles, just right ones. Well, it seems like it's not that useful if you want to use right triangles. But there's a lot of usage, as you'll see later on. So right triangles. How do we know if it's a right triangle? We look at the triangle. Two of the sides should form, what's this little sign right here?
A right
angle. Now, you might not always have this little symbol here, so you're looking for basically two lines that meet at a perpendicular angle. Perpendicular meaning 90 degrees, aka right angle. Okay, so the two smaller sides of the right triangle, the two smallest sides of the triangle will always form a right angle. So you're going to have three sides because it's a triangle. Two small sides form a right angle. Then you have this longer side right here. I'll tell you what the name of that is in a second. So the sides of the right triangle, when we're talking about the Pythagorean theorem, are going to have very unique names when we're using the Pythagorean theorem. The two smaller sides that form a right angle are known as the legs. So our triangle has two legs, and our legs will meet at a right angle. That is very important to remember. The legs always form the right angle. It's very important to remember when we're solving. Sometimes we'll be finding a missing leg, sometimes I'm missing this thing right here, which is known as the hypotenuse. 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 The hypotenuse is always the longest side of the triangle. Always the longest side. That is very important as well. If I were to give you three side lengths of a right triangle, let's say they were 4, 5, and 3. I'm going to repeat this just to make sure I have all your attentions. The hypotenuse has to be the longest side. So if I said a triangle had three sides, and the sides measured 4, 5, and 3, which one does the hypotenuse have to be? 5. It has to be 5. It's always the longest side. Keep that in mind for the end of the lesson. Okay, so that's my hypotenuse. And then when we use the theorem, we're going to label the sides a certain way as well. The two legs are interchangeably labeled A and B. Doesn't matter which one you label A, doesn't matter which one you label B. Either of the legs can be A, either of them can be B. But one must be A, one must be B. The hypotenuse will always be labeled C. Always. Hypotenuse is the side that does not form part of the right angle. Do you see a right angle up here?
No.
Do you see one down here?
No.
No. That's your hypotenuse. The two sides that form the right angle are your legs. You have got to get that to stick in your head. If you don't, you're going to get a lot of these wrong because of simple mistakes. Yes?
About like that rectangle, wouldn't they all be legs?
No.
Because they all form a right angle?
They don't form a right angle, sir.
Yes, they
We're looking
do.
here. Actually, let's look closer. This side right here and this side. This vertex is a right angle. We agree. This side and this side right here, we're looking at C. Together, they do not form a right angle.
I was talking about the rectangle.
I'm not talking about the rectangle. We're talking just about the triangles. We're talking just about this right triangle because at the very beginning of the lesson we talked about the Pythagorean theorem is a useful tool. We're trying to find the missing side length of a what? Of a what? Just a right triangle. Only use it for right triangle. Rectangle has nothing to do with this because there's actually something in the rectangle that's going to appear. There's gonna be something in there in a second. But I didn't show it to you. You must wait for me to reveal what to you. It's coming shortly. I will show you what it is. Okay, so now that we know Pythagorean theorem only be used with right triangles. Not valid in all 50 states. Some offers do not apply. It has special names. The two sides that form the right angle are known as the legs. You have one, two legs, so does a triangle. Two legs, they form a right angle. The other side, the diagonal side, depending on which way its orientation is, just notice that this long side here does not form a right angle here. Oh yeah, that is known as your hypotenuse. Got it? Yes, good. Okay, now, very last thing, the legs are going to be labeled A or B. That's interchangeable. Doesn't matter which leg is labeled A, which one is labeled B. What really matters, you understand the hypotenuse is going to be what? C. And then we can introduce the theorem. It says this. If you take the legs of a right triangle, A and B, and you square them and add them together, they will equal the length of the hypotenuse, which is C squared. Don't forget to like the videos, leave a comment, share it with your friends, and of course, subscribe.